Hello lovelies, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's show you how to make this goat meat stew. It is a delicious stew that you can use to eat any meal like rice, fufu, or any other kind of meal. It's made with red bell pepper. As you can see, we're going to clean our bell pepper, tatashe. We remove the seed, we deseed it, and we're just going to wash it out and make sure all the seed is thoroughly removed. Wash in and out of it to make sure you get rid of all the dirt. And this is exactly what we're going to do for all our bell pepper, our tomatoes. We want to make sure we deseed it to reduce the sourness of the tomatoes. So basically we remove it, we open it up, remove the seed and rinse it out. And we're going to do that for all our bell pepper. Open our onions. We're using red onions in this case that we're going to be grinding together with the bell pepper. And we just go in and chop those bell pepper into smaller size that our blender can undo to blend. And that's all we're doing. Repeat it for all our bell pepper in a smaller size rather than leaving it as a whole. And we chop our onions, add some garlic in our foil pan, and we're just going to transfer that into our oven and bake it for like 20 minutes. So this baking actually reduces our cooking time. And next we're going to put our washed goat meat on fire, season with some diced onions, and we're going in with more ingredients. We're going to be using some salt to season to taste. You want to be careful how you add salt. You don't want to add too much. You just want to add enough. We're going to add some onion powder for more flavor. Yeah, goat meat is flavorful, but adding a lot of onions actually quantify the flavor of our goat meat. So we go in and add some thyme, and then we're going to be adding some curry just to give it all the delicious aroma that you can think of, guys. And then we're going to be using some seasoning cube. In this case, we're going to be using the non Maggi. You can use any bouillon of your choice. If you decide to use a different kind of bouillon, this is just to add some more taste to our goat meat. And we're just going to make sure everything is well seasoned and well combined. Just if you cannot squeeze the Maggi like high, sometimes this Maggi, they tends to be hard. You can just leave it there and make sure that you stir in when the water is boiling. That way it's evenly distributed. So we added some water to our goat meat, just enough water. This is a male goat meat. So male goat meat technically doesn't take longer time to cook like the female goat. So male goat meat, they cook faster than the male goat meat. And then you can see our goat meat is well done. Well done. And then we have so much stock that we can use to make our stew. And this is what our goat meat looks like. Next, we're going to be frying this goat meat. Come on, guys. It's just once in a while. Frying is not good. Yes, we need to eat healthy. But frying meat once in 6 months, to me, is not that bad. But on a more serious note, you can achieve this in the air fryer and still get the same taste, or bake it in the oven or put it for broil. So I just added some onions to the oil for more flavor, and then go in with the boiled goat meat and then just stir in and fry. And now our bell pepper in the oven is ready And we're ready to blend. Squeeze out those garlic, and we're just going to blend our pepper mixture in the blender. And mind you, I didn't mention we added some habanero pepper to this pepper mixture for some heat, and we just blend everything together: the onion, the tomatoes, the bell pepper, the habanero pepper, and the garlic. We just blend it together to a smooth consistency. And guys, our goat meat is fried. You can see how gorgeous this goat meat looks like. Like, I can snack all this goat meat before I actually get to the stew. What do you think, guys? And we're going to take out this goat meat out of the oil and into our colander to drain excess oil. And that's exactly what we did, guys. We're taking out the goat meat. See? See how that goat meat looks so fancy. Who else like goat meat? Do you prefer beef to goat meat? In my opinion, I don't really like beef, but I would take goat meat over beef any day, anytime. And necessarily, you don't have to fry your goat meat. You can use it after boiling just like that to make your stew, or you can decide to broil it or bake it in the oven. And now, our goat meat is ready. It's fried. You don't have to put it in the stew. You can heat it like this. It's ready to be served. And we're going to be using the same oil that we used to fry the goat meat. We're just going to sieve it out, the excess crumbles in it. And we're going to be using that same oil because the goat meat has infused a lot of flavor into that oil. So we don't want to mess with that oil. We're going to be using that same oil to make our stew, guys. Yes, and then we go in with some diced onions. And because the pepper kind of like the kids are going to eat out of this, so we want to make it like buka stew. So we're going to reduce the heat by adding some tomato paste. In this case, we're using the Derica sachets, just one of it. And then we're going to fry it in these onions that we are sauteing and allow this tomato paste to fry as well. This will help reduce the tanginess of this tomato paste by allowing it to fry for like 3-4 minutes in the oil together with the onions. And the onions will infuse the good flavor into the tomato paste before we go in with our pepper mixture. And this is what it looks like with 5 stir. You don't want to leave it because you don't want it to burn until it's all translucent together. Like when you squeeze it, you can see it after scooping it that is bubbling in the spoon, which tells us that our tomato is well fried and it is ready for more ingredients. At this point, we decided to add some curry to bring out the aroma of this stew, guys. Like, after adding this curry, everywhere is smelling so amazing, guys. Like, you will be asking if you open that door, like, what is cooking? What is going on? So this curry complements the flavor of this our stew. And next we go in with our pepper mixture, as you can see. And we added more seasonings to taste. At this point, you want to be very careful because we're going to be using the stock from the meat, and plus remember the meat is going to go into this stew and it's already be seasoned. So you want to be mindful of the amount of seasoning you add to your pepper mixture at this point. You don't want to overdo it. And then nice, I'm going with some stew seasoning. This is a combination of different herbs mixed together just to complement the flavor of the stew. So be careful, don't add too much Maggi, don't add too much salt. Knowing that you're going to be adding the stock from the meat, and you're going to be adding the meat that is already seasoned. So I tasted it, but my salt is nowhere. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit of salt, because the salt in the seasoning in the pepper is not that much. I used 2 Maggi for this much quantity of tomato combination. So the taste is good now. And then I had my stock from the goat meat. Then I'm going to stir together, make sure everything is well combined. Go in with my goat meat. And guys, our stew is almost ready. Going in with our fried goat meat into this pepper mix. And guys, just like that, we combine everything together. So we stir in the meat, and we're going to be adding some herbs. We let it simmer for a few minutes, and then next we're going to be adding some cilantro. Is the dry cilantro. We like the flavor of this herbs. It just complement the stew, complement the aroma of the goat meat, added some Italian seasoning. What do you think, guys? Just to complement our goat meat stew. And we're going to stir everything in. Just give it flavor. At this point, you can actually use some bay leaf if you want to, but we skip bay leaf. We just added some cilantro, some Italian seasoning, and we let it simmer in. Next, we're going to go in with some fresh vegetables, and here we're using some fresh parsley and some chopped green onions for more aroma, more flavor, and color, guys. And guys, all you need to do is stir this in and let it simmer, and our stew is ready to be served. Guys, this is what we have. Our goat meat stew is ready. You can serve this with your white rice. You can serve this with your yam. You can actually use this stew to eat some bread, like fresh baked bread. You can use this stew to serve your okra stew, okra soup, white okra soup. And here in my case, I'm just going to serve it with some white rice and enjoy this goat meat stew, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let's know how you cook your own goat meat.